Age should not be a barrier. Where I'm from should not be a barrier. My background should not be a barrier. But once I'm focused with Ike Imokwede, and then he got to the company, he got there, he met with Ike, and Ike was like, when your company is ready, one powerful story at a time, no filters, no sugar coating, just raw and real conversations. To dream, to fail, to try again, to become. I want young Africans to know that you are not alone. Your voice matters, your stories matter. There's something powerful about a story well told. Not just any story, our stories. Stories that carry pain, hurt, joy, resilience, and hope. For years, I've listened curiously, deeply, and quietly. Stories that did not make the headlines, but changed my life. Some of the earliest stories that shaped me to who I am today. A few ones are from Fela Durotoye, which he has shared about his early days in consulting. Then I just had a small phone, but I just happened to have the audio which I listened to. He spoke about when his company had a particular project and he needed to go for a meeting with Ike Imokwede, and then he got to the company, he got there, he met with Ike, and Ike was like, when your company is ready, let them send someone. And he was so baffled. He left the office and then was on his way back to his own office, and a journey that should have taken a very short time took so long because he kept on thinking at every step of the way that, oh, so I'm not enough, what should I do, what was wrong. But eventually that resulted in a change. He had to improve how well he appears, got better shirts, better suits, and showed up properly. That story which I heard went on to influence how I also show up. Even while in university, even though I don't have all of the clothes, the few that I have, I make sure they are well ironed. If I need to starch them, I starch them and just show up to the best with whatever I have. Another interesting story that Fela Durotoye also shared is about a young boy from a village which happens to be gifted in mathematics. He was so good, but he came from a poor background. That could have been an excuse for him not to pursue life and something really great. But instead, he focused on that and eventually got scholarships, I think up to the first or second degree. Some people also have similar circumstances, but instead of them focusing on what they can do well, it becomes an excuse. I picked that from that story, and has also like shaped and influenced how I also see life. I try not to focus on the negatives, focus on the positives, explore that, give my best based on my capabilities. And God always has a way to just reward hard work. A few stories that has also shaped me is from Peace Itimi's Founders Connect. Some of the early episodes I've watched from the Founders Connect series. One of them is Emmanuel Njoku of Lizapi. Lizapi eventually had to shut down, but then learning about how he started a company very, I think 17 or 19. He started like very young and was able to build a company. The stories when he was just working as an individual contributor to working with companies and then eventually starting a company of his own. So that story impacted me a lot, knowing that age should not be a barrier, where I'm from should not be a barrier, my background should not be a barrier. But once I'm focused, I can really get things done and build stuff and build the life of my dream. These stories weren't just interviews, they were blueprints, evidence that greatness can come from here, can come from anywhere, from our streets, our homes, our struggles. I believe we need to tell our stories with honesty, authentic, just exactly the way it is. We all have stories to share, no matter where we are, no matter the point where we are. We should share our stories. Stories are powerful. They can go on to inspire people, inspire even up to a generation. So I started small with a few equipment, one mic, one guest, one powerful story at a time, no filters, no sugar coating, just raw and real conversations. We have new guests that are sharing their stories and their journeys of amazing stuff, exploits they are doing in their industries, in their career, businesses, and family. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. When we tell our stories, we give others the permission to dream, to fail, to try again, to become. I want young Africans to know that you are not alone. Your voice matters, your stories matter, and someone out there needs to know what you've been through, how you are facing them head on, If I try successes you've had along your journey. And yes, that's why I started a podcast, to light a match and maybe, just maybe, help someone start their fire. Welcome to Amazing Exploits. It's been an interesting journey, and it's beautiful to be wrapping up the first season of Amazing Exploits with Joshua Lani. We've had super amazing people. We've talked to people in the health space, physiotherapy, spoken to a designer, a developer, customer service, digital marketing, quite amazing people doing cool stuff in their industry. We're looking forward and excited to start shoot this season 2. We have some people that we're already speaking to. It's going to be interesting. You should stick around. It's going to be great conversations, exploring their stories, their journeys, the highs and the lows, how they are pushing through, courses they are taking, trainings they are taking, experiences they are gathering, just to motivate you, keep you inspired, and make you know that great things can be done from small places. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please follow us on Spotify, on YT Music, on Apple Podcasts. We drop new episodes every week. Let's connect. You can let me know, send me a DM, give me reviews, things we should improve. If there are people that you would love to hear from them, hear how they do what they do, just let me know. You can tag them and we'll reach out to them.